Hi, everyone. It is good to see you. Welcome to KREM News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with a developing story. The man suspected in what the FBI calls another assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. He is making his first court appearance. He made it, in fact, just a short time ago. He is facing 2 firearm-related charges, including possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and altering the serial number. CBS News has the latest now on that investigation.
In a Florida courtroom this morning on 2 charges related to firearm possession. He was arrested 50 miles away from former President Donald Trump's West Palm Beach golf course Sunday after the Secret Service spotted the muzzle of an AK-47 peeking out through the shrubbery and pointed at the former president.
The Secret Service did exactly what they should have done.
Authorities say the incident took place near the 5th and 6th holes, with Trump just 300 to 500 yards away. The agent fired off 4 to 6 rounds, and the suspect then took off in a car. Officials say he left behind a rifle, a scope, and 2 backpacks.
The threat level is high. We live in danger times.
Former Deputy Director of the U.S. Secret Service and CBS News consultant A.T. Smith.
This area where the individual was is sometimes used by the press to try to get a shot or a photograph of the former president when he's playing.
Officials say the level of security was consistent with that of a former, not sitting president. CBS News has confirmed that the former president is meeting with the acting director of the Secret Service today.
The service needs more help.
Leaving the White House this morning, President Biden also said he did not yet have a full report on the incident. The FBI is investigating, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says his office is also looking into what happened.
We also believe that there's a need to make sure that the truth about all this comes out in a way, that's credible.
Trump is holding a rally on Long Island Wednesday, and officials there say they're implementing new security measures. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, West Palm Beach.
And we do expect to get an update from law enforcement coming up in about 1 hour. We're expecting that at 1 o'clock this afternoon. CBS News is going to have live coverage, and you can watch it right here on KREM too. And right now, we do want to share a little bit more about what President Biden is saying about the assassination attempt. Just a few hours ago, Biden said the Secret Service needs more help.
I think we got a full report so far. We're down there tonight. But one thing I want to make clear, the service needs more help. And I think the Congress should respond to their needs if they in fact need more services.
President Biden on Sunday thanked the Secret Service for their vigilance in keeping the former president safe. Vice President Kamala Harris also sharing a statement on social media saying she's glad the former president is safe. She also said in part, quote, "I am deeply disturbed by the possible assassination attempt of former President Trump. Today, as we gather the facts, I will be clear. I condemn political violence. We all must do our part to ensure that this incident does not lead to more violence." Also happening today, it is 12:04. A trial is just getting started in Western Washington for an antitrust lawsuit that seeks to block the proposed merger of Kroger and Albertsons. Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson filed the lawsuit back in January, saying the merger violates state antitrust law, eliminating Kroger's closest competitor, and will cause consumers to pay more and get less. The companies tried to have the case dismissed. 124 stores across Washington would be sold if the 2 companies merge. Those include the Safeway store on 29th Avenue and the one on Sprague Avenue in Spokane. All right, we're coming up on 12:05 right now. It is officially lunchtime and a beautiful mild afternoon so far. Thomas Patrick, you've been standing by with a look at the forecast.
Yeah, and I'm tempted to drag out the patio furniture right into the outdoor weather center because it's one of those kind of days. If it's lunchtime and it's feeling like this weather-wise, a perfect hour to spend lunch outdoors. 70 degrees right now in Spokane and 71 in Coeur d'Alene. However, it is quite a bit cooler to our south. Notice how it's still 57 in Pullman and 55 in Moscow. There is a bit of some persistent cloud cover over our southeastern Washington area, so they'll end up a little bit cooler overall compared to Spokane, which will be pretty close to 80 degrees today, a little bit closer to 70 on the Palouse. So here's what we're looking at. There's that cloud cover that's a little bit thicker, especially over the Palouse, and there may be a few sprinkles along with some of that cloud cover. Hard to tell from our vantage point from our outdoor weather center in Spokane, because even looking to the south, it's all blue skies, again, from our vantage point. And the storm center is way down towards central California. This will start to move towards Montana, and there is some rain showers attached to it, so there might be a sprinkle in some of the cloud coverage today, but shouldn't be a big issue. Tomorrow could be a different story. So coming up, I'll show you the extent of any scattered showers in our forecast and when that is reasonably set to arrive. That's all coming up in a few minutes.
Thomas, thank you. We do have a traffic alert as you begin your week. A 3-day closure begins today on Frey Street near the North Spokane corridor. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones has a look at what drivers all need to know.
Yeah, well, by 5 a.m., WashDOT crews had this roadblock sign here right behind us. You can see the roundabout. It does say it is closed. This is heading 395 north towards Colville off of Freya, and we've seen a steady flow of cars as you see a truck right here passing by us come up to this sign and turn around. So it's been at least 50 to 100 cars that have been impacted by this. So if you use this particular stretch of the road, maybe just get out a bit earlier in the mornings and for the evenings as well, and just plan ahead knowing that you may run into this detour. WashDOT says they're closing the south roundabout lane along with the northbound off-ramp from the North Spokane corridor to North Frey Street. There are 2 roundabouts on North Frey Street just north of East France Avenue that make up the interchange with the North Spokane corridor. During the closure, crews will be applying permanent striping, and there will not be access to on-ramp northbound to the North Spokane corridor. This closure will remain in place until Wednesday. Another quick note on construction season. The city of Spokane will continue work today on Market Street. Officials are asking that if you travel through the area to use Division or the Hamilton, Nevada corridor, and crews will be paving tonight and Tuesday evening. Again, just as another reminder, especially while we still are in construction season, just make sure you give all of the workers a bit of extra space so they can be safe as well. But for now, reporting here in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.